Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Jagged Alliance 3. As today, I think we'll set our sights on trying to secure the rest of Port Cacao. Though, we do still have some general cleanup and securing to do. I think we'll put a pin in that. And instead just focus on grabbing Port Cacao City, which I believe is here in L8. Yeah. And then we'll kind of gloss over L9 for now, since that appears to be an independent sector, much like Boss Blaubert's Rimville sector. Because the general idea here, I think, is that we want to ramp up our approval as quickly as possible. And the easiest way to do that is by securing the rest of the city and meeting the various named NPCs. Though we do obviously have some injuries we're still treating, and we've got a batch of militia already going, so we'll wrap that up before we leave. Aside from that, we've also got diamond shipments, but neither of them are even close to their planned destinations. And we do have a Legion heavy attack squad that's about to hit Fleetown, but they should be fine. Let's knock out these level ups real quick. For Meltdown, we're going for Vanguard, because as previously established, once she's set up behind a machine gun, she's stuck out in the open. So this means she'll always have 15 grit while doing that. And then for Ret, still not sure we're going to go full shotgun, but regardless of what we go with, I think Fast Runner's a good fit, since we did already pick up Breach and Clear. We might actually go ahead and pick up that Point Blank skill too, that'll just be later down the line. It's actually pretty versatile. Point Blank is anywhere within 4 spaces, so in theory it pairs with pistols and SMGs too. For MD, we're still setting our sights on that Painkiller perk, which means we need 2 more from the Wisdom track, and that's actually not that hard. We'll grab Distracting Shot first, that's always a good utility skill to have in our pocket. And then after that, we'll probably go Dire Warning, and then Shock and Awe. Though honestly, there's a lot of useful perks in the Wisdom tree, so we might end up giving him most of these. And that's it for level ups. Let's finish our business here, and then we'll head for L8. Oh, interesting. That's just a victory, not a decisive victory. Oh, wow, yeah, half the squad got wiped. So we'll have to head back and do some retraining, though on the bright side, they did get some decent loot drops. That M24 looks particularly intriguing. Honestly, I think once we're done in Port Cacao, we'll start heading north. We need to knock out that outpost and grab that 3rd mine. But that's for future Retcon to worry about.
I'm finished with my task. I'm gonna take my 15-minute break now.
We've got enough on our plate for the time being. Oh, yeah, those pants could use some TLC.
This task will not be a problem to me, and I will be honored to do it.
Which actually reminds me, we do need to swap out Rhet's armor.
This task has taken all my strength. I wonder how heroes in books have coped with this.
Now that he has that perk, we want him in light. Though we will reinforce it. Getting up close is always a risky play, so good to hedge our bets there. Not to mention this, of course, also makes it even safer for Meltdown to set her machine gun. In fact, let's go ahead and reinforce those pants too. Might as well free up that inventory slot.
Dumbass! I'm all done.
Still waiting on the militia, so might as well get in a quick workout. Actually not going to get much in the way of gains there. Let's do agility.
into it.
Not that it really matters. Didn't get any pops. And how are we on those diamonds? Still a ways off, plenty of time. And we had some emails pop. Ah, Daily Chen. End night, museums, an extraordinary lady. Legion forces amassing for attack on Port Cacao. There is evidence of the Legion preparing for a massive attack on Port Cacao. The so-called End Night military operation is already in preparation, and there is little hope the city will remain free. Local officials are vehemently downplaying the threat, commenting that this must be a military exercise or a ruse. There is absolutely no chance the city will be attacked. The potential repercussions for the Legion will be so severe that they would not dare to even consider an attack. They must just be doing military exercises to keep themselves busy, commented Governor Le Penguin. President LaFontaine's daughter petitions for a museum of the Ajani. Emma LaFontaine has officially petitioned Governor Le Penguin for a new museum dedicated to the rich history of the Ajani region. This is our history. This is the history of the world. This place has so many artifacts, so many stories to tell. Even if we uncover only a few, there will be nowhere to store and present them safely. How can we call ourselves a nation if we do not preserve our rich history? If we do not show to the world we are more than civil wars and perpetual conflict, reads the petition. While the time for a museum is long overdue, there is little chance that the thick wall of red tape can be breached. Governor Le Penguin is notorious for creating bureaucratic obstacles to any and all motions that require him to do more than talk, a fact vehemently contested by the governor. So unless a miracle pushes the petition into action somehow, this will be just another document, like many others, that will be lying in the archives of Port Cacao. So that must be what we do with these cultural artifacts we keep finding. Interesting. Remembering Ma Baxter. As part of our series of exploring the lives of female leaders of Grand Chien, we will be focusing today on the legendary Ma Baxter. Instrumental in turning Port Cacao into the city it is today, Baxter comes from humble origins, a daughter of a seamstress and a sailor. Ma Baxter quickly rose to prominence during her teenage years by forming the Coffee Beans, part gang, part militia, a force that embodies the heart and soul of Grand Chien, tenacity, violence, and grit. Her gang slowly but steadily removed all major gangs in the area by often excessive force. Using her father's connections, she quickly got into the weapons trade, thus arming her gang, and as a legitimate business venture, still active to this day. Ma Baxter and her shotgun kept the peace in Port Cacao for as long as she lived. Her influence is still felt, mostly by the virtually non-existent crime rate in a city as bad as Fleetown in its heyday. My own grandmother often threatened me that she would go and call the Coffee Beans if I did not behave and eat my soup. A threat so effective I still loathe soup to this day. Her son, Gregory, dubbed Lurch by the locals, tried to follow in her footsteps and form his own gang, but a headshot accident ironically ended his headhunter career. Ma Baxter fell ill and passed away soon after. A woman of great spirit that made the Ajani a better place with just a strong word, her pure charisma and a shotgun, Ma Baxter has her rightful place in the Hall of Fame of Grand Chien. Ma Baxter and her legendary shotgun have put many on the path to good. Both a villain and a hero, she will forever remain a threat that any grandmother can use to set her unruly grandchildren straight. Well, that's fun. I mean, obviously a bit outdated. We already dealt with End Night. Though it does give us a bit more context on Ma Baxter, her son Lurch. That's a quest we still have to take care of. The whole shotgun thing. But yeah, our big takeaway there is that whole thing about the museum. If we can actually find some place to hand off these cultural artifacts, that would free up a lot of inventory space. Let's re-up our contracts real quick.
Hey there, boss. Good enough?
I don't know how... That's... Oh, wow.
Okay, good for about 2 weeks. Let's hit Port Cacao City. And as aforementioned, we'll just skip right over the dump. I don't want to accidentally trigger anything with that Headshot Hugh quest. We'll make sure we've already secured a wig before we risk talking to the Baroness. Would be nice to get a workshop, though. Get some actual use out of all this gunpowder we've been hoarding.
Hey, dumbass! I'm all done.
I've heard tales of this area. We should investigate.
Oh, well that's not bad at all. We might actually have time for something else after.
I'm warning you, please stop shooting and cease any and all military activities in my city, or I will be forced to impose economic sanctions on you.
Keep talking and we'll force something on you, alright, old man.
What I am implying is that if you mean to perform a military exercise, you should be coordinating it with authorities in accordance with all applicable norms and regulations.
Oh, fucking shut up!
Be careful with that.
You heard the man! Aim more carefully next time!
That's it. Now I will have to write an official complaint denouncing your activities.
Oh, well that honestly kind of trivializes it even more if we've got friendly defenders on site. Hey, and that's, I think that's Emile LaFontaine. That's our boss. Plus we've got Governor LePinguan here in that plaid suit. That's promising. Maybe we can do that museum stuff. Looks like all the enemies are holed up in these buildings over here. That's unexpected. Given the cutscene, you'd think we'd be walking into a firefight already in progress. We have rooftops and raised balconies, but I'm not actually seeing access points. No stairs, no ladders. The upper levels honestly just seem cosmetic. Yeah, see? 0 ways to actually ascend. And the railing would block us from climbing up manually. Huh. Though we do have this balcony over here. That's a pretty obvious perch. Alright, we'll come in here, we'll move up, talk to our boss. And then I guess we'll clear that building. Seems pretty simple. Oh.
Yes?
Okay, well, scratch that. Apparently enemy reinforcements are incoming, so...
As you wish.
Oh, geez, that's going fast. Yeah, let's, Hi, Layla. Yeah, let's rush into positions here. Snipers up top. The rest of us ground floor, I guess? Question mark? Oh gosh, we're almost out of time.
Presently in attendance.
Ready.
Okay. Set machine gun.
Quiet ain't my strong suit.
Don't worry, guys. Reinforcements are coming from Old Diamond.
Oh, and we've got incoming. That is way more than 8 guys.
Enemy soldier. Looks like he is just doing his job at the moment.
Hug cover.
Quiet as a church mouse.
I will try to remain hidden.
What?
Oh my goodness, that is just a giant cluster of melee guys. That is not good.
Je suis gravement blessé!
Ooh. That card's going to blow.
Oh, fuck!
Which actually works out just fine for us.
Oh, je suis gravement blessé!
Though maybe not so much for those two defenders.
It would be very beneficial for me if someone can help me.
Okay, alright, we are on. We'll need to go heavy on the left. Those butchers cannot get close. They will tear us up if they do.
Damn, I hope there's a lot of blood.
No, wait, they just changed how machine guns work. We want to save our action points now.
Yes?
Otherwise, we won't have any left for Overwatch. So, you know what? We're just going to go heavy. Apologies if there's any collateral here, but we'll try to avoid the car. Ow.
I'm just gonna say it.
Oh.
I really think that was completely hot.
Yeah, thanks, Livewire. So I'm just gonna blame that on those guys, right? Clearly my grenade was perfectly placed and wouldn't have caused that sort of collateral chain reaction. But the one guy, you know, he deflected it back into the car while trying to bat it away, so not my fault.
Ooh, that looked really quite painful. This is no problem.
On the bright side, though, that does absolutely solve our butcher problem.
Fantabulous!
Time for courageous action to punish all those evil.
This should do it.
Now we just have to worry about the rest of these guys.
One last evildoer. I have the villain in my sights. The villain is helpless before me.
Careful, this mouse bites.
I suppose the other downside is that there was probably some loot in those cars. I'm just not sure how practical it would have been to try to keep them intact in a firefight like this.
Got it! I'll shoot at anyone I see. I mean, bad guys, of course. Just the bad guys.
Oh good, more exploding cars. That's clearly what we needed.
Meltdown here.
Alright, we'll just rely on the Overwatch to take this guy out.
What?
The hell you want?
Nice. Didn't realize we had 2 left. And here comes that first group. Nice, okay. I was honestly not sure that would be enough.
I need a bandit!
Oh, wow. And there goes the neighborhood. I don't think they can blame that one on us. That said, that actually does leave us in pretty good shape.
My gun is not a match
I'm more worried
for
about
you.
the flankers now than about the last couple of guys in front of us.
Meltdown here.
I think Livewire can mop up around the statue.
Ready.
Ready to, do stuff.
Hello there. I think I can do this.
You will pay for these foreign dogs!
Ooh, I think I killed that person.
Yes, he is very dead.
Hit the road, Jack.
Kalina here.
The hell you want?
Now let's push right. No good.
Ready when you are.
That's fine. We've got the whole ground crew left.
Meltdown here.
Let's reset the machine gun.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yes?
And prep for incoming. At least one of those guys is
Going
likely
right
to
now.
breach the windows.
Michael here.
We'll top off Rhett just in case.
Okay, will do. There you go. Glad to be of use.
You don't think they'd shoot a mine, do you? I got this one.
Nice.
You want something?
No, I think we're good.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Nice.
Hey, dumbass! Do something useful. Take that!
Hey, the buck stops here.
Let's move out!
Oh, that's no good.
What?
Ready to, do stuff.
They're setting up a firing line in the storefront, flanking on the left.
This should do it.
Let's trim the flankers.
I have the villain in my sights.
Are you serious right now? Get your head out of your ass!
Yeah, Kalina, you're really dropping the ball here. What's going on?
Yes?
Yes?
Let's head off that butcher.
Acknowledged.
Oh, wow. 74 damage. Okay.
Great job! That looked super professional and everything.
Thanks, Mouse.
Moving to position.
I do try. You know, maybe I will mod up that M101
My
for
sight.
short barrel it to reduce the AP cost. Keep moving up.
Moving. Stat.
Set perpendicular overwatch.
Mouse here.
We need to rouse those snipers, but I don't see any clean approach while we've still got those flankers. We'll deal with them first.
Not a problem.
Live wire here. So bossy. Don't be ridiculous.
Let's maybe not shoot Kalina in the back of the head. In retrospect, I really should have tucked Kalina behind the wall.
The hell you want?
Oh, that hurts!
Alright, guys, come on now. There we go. Bushwhacked.
Take this!
Hello there.
Yes?
Okay, let's clear that leader. Then we'll send in the knifers.
You want something?
Have a good shot.
Boop.
You're really neat. I mean, that was really neat. You looked really cool, and I like your hair, and, never mind.
Meltdown here.
I was never good at hide and seek. Quietly? Like this?
Let's reposition the snipers. But keep clear of the windows until we're ready to engage.
Okay. Honestly, I don't understand the point of not hiding.
Cover left, just in case.
I will watch over our party.
Going right now. Going undercover.
I will try to remain hidden.
Oh, reload. Oh, wow, we're actually running low on 7.62.
Being quiet ain't my strong suit.
Yeah, that would be the downside of a machine gun. And that would be what I was afraid of. Like, I made a beeline right for our concealed positions. Which does put a crimp in our approach.
Let's do it!
Not that he got to live long enough to congratulate himself. Which just leaves the snipers.
This is always the best way to do things. Honestly, I do not feel it is fair to make me watch over everyone.
Fine. Here. Kalina?
All right.
Mouse here.
Re-stealth?
You got it. I'm good at being overlooked.
We want to get her within knifing range if we can. Conserve ammo.
The hell you want?
Moving.
Keep pushing up. Use the wall for cover.
I guess.
Oh, right. Forgot to re-stealth MD.
Valina here.
Fine. I'm going.
Reset machine gun. And we should be good.
For the Major! Kill them for our fallen!
Yeah, I had that coming.
Show them our strength! We need to get closer to them!
And we are done. Mouse?
Not a problem.
Hey,
City secured.
ready when you are. Let's go.
Thank you for your mediation in resolving the local conflict with the Legion. I am, however, not pleased with the unsanctioned military solution you have enacted. I am forced to consider imposing sanctions on you.
Duck.
Oh no, not sanctions. I guess you'd better take that up with our boss then. She's right next to you. Emma?
This Legion, they have absolutely no right to attack us.
I mean, you're not wrong, but that's not going to stop them.
As governor of the Ajani province, I condemn the illegal activities of the Legion, and I will strongly consider any and all punitive measures, up to and including imposing stiff sanctions.
Uh-huh.
While I do approve of the general idea of saving my good friend Alphonse from his predicament, so much so that I contributed substantial funds to the endeavor, I was never warned that it could lead to unsanctioned military activities in my city.
He banned them last week. Not that the Legion and the other murderers let his regulations stop them.
Well, I'm looking forward to my whole license.
Phrasing, people, please.
It is simply impossible for the Legion to even consider attacking Port Cacao. This must be some military exercise.
Emma, you want to weigh in here?
Thank you, friends. May I call you that? I am so sorry for being too informal, but I am so happy to see you again. I am also glad that this time it was you, not Corazon's bodyguards who rescued me. You have helped preserve our heritage, something I doubt they care about. And I am positive that with the information I found, you will be able to save my father as well.
Heritage? What are you talking about?
This very building those Legion barbarians damaged is an important part of Grand Chien's past. This is where the independence of our country was proclaimed by General Lizime Chien himself. Back before the Legion kidnapped my father, I was trying to convince Governor Le Pangouin to turn it into a museum of the Ajani.
Right, yeah, I read about that. A museum, sure.
This region is not only rich in resources, it is also the cradle of civilization in this part of the world. It saddens me to see our heritage being smuggled out of the country or destroyed in pursuit of diamonds. If you happen to find any archaeological treasures, would you please bring them here?
I can absolutely do that. What's the current going rate?
Oh, I cannot exactly pay for them. Since the museum doesn't technically exist just yet, I cannot get any funding for acquiring artifacts. I am counting on your goodwill. But as the President's daughter and PR representative as well as secretary, I have a certain amount of influence. If I can show my people that you are helping our country to restore its pride and dignity, I could convince them to join the militia. You could then assign them to where they are needed.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that would be very useful. That would let us maintain our mines without having to run all over the map. I mean, technically we'd still have to run here to drop off the treasures, but that would be one central location as opposed to multiple separate locations. Not to mention, of course, she also pretty heavily implied there we would be getting reputation as well, which would bump our income with the local mine. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see how this works.
Oh, nice. What have you found?
How about this weird old mask?
Oh, a ritual mask. It is a miracle that some of these are still preserved to this day.
I've got another one if you want it.
Oh, a ritual mask. It is a miracle that some of these are still preserved to this day.
And how about this thing?
A tablet with an ancient form of writing. Why, these hieroglyphs must date back to at least 2000 BCE. Can you imagine what my ancestors' lives must have been like back then?
Yes, I can. It was a time of great danger and wonder when gods and demons played games with the lives of mortals. In the middle of one of these games, a simple farmer decided to play a trick on...
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a rhetorical question.
Thank you, Colina. Okay, so how does this militia thing work?
Great. Where do you want me to send help?
Oh, I see. Okay, so we just choose a location and you send people there. That's simple enough. Let's start with Old Diamond. We have 0 militia there.
Of course. We need to protect our oldest mine.
No mention of how much that actually got us, but I'm assuming 4. Let's fill out Fleetown.
Hopefully, we will have no problems with the Fleetown Mafia.
And our outpost?
That barrier sure looks strategically important.
Cool. So, in theory, that should have topped off Fleetown and Lebarrier and gotten us half-filled on Old Diamond. We'll have to double-check that once we're back out on the map. Hey, what's up with the penguin over there?
He is a good and honest person. Or at least his heart is in the right place. I know I can count on him. After all, he supported my father and he helped me find money to hire you.
Oh, well, I guess if he helped bankroll us, I can put up with his shenanigans. Hey, you mind if I ask some other stuff while we've got you? Like Miss Santiago, your Adonis contact. What's up with her?
I don't really trust her. Neither did my father. He wanted to revise the contracts with foreign corporations like Adonis. But did I really have a choice? It is ironic that she offered me help when almost no one else did.
Yeah, ironic. And the Major? What's his deal?
The Major is still a mystery. It seems like everyone has heard of him, but no one has any idea who he is or what he hopes to accomplish by kidnapping my father. He appeared out of thin air only recently and created the Patriotic Legion. From what few details I've gathered about him, it doesn't seem like he's a native of Grand Chien. Before he kidnapped my father, he took the diamond mines from Adonis. But he doesn't seem to care about the money. He lets his warlords spend it and do as they please. I don't even know for sure where he can be found. Some say the highlands. Others point to Camp du Crocodile in the swamps.
It does seem odd. Santiago's hired other mercenaries before, right? Like Biff and his guys?
They were hired by Corazon Santiago with pretty much the same mission she gave you. To regain control of the diamond mines. From what I heard, they were last seen at the carnival celebrations in Pantagruel.
Right, right. Oh, and we lost an option. Alright, well, what about the good place? The prison down the way? What can you tell us about that?
It is an horrible place, actually. According to my sources, it is actually run by a former prisoner, a Legion warlord who uses the prison as a slave trade hub. Do you think they could be keeping my father there?
No, that would be way too close to the starting area, but we do need to get in there. Which we apparently need more rep for. Though I suppose it couldn't hurt to ask anyway.
I know it used to be a military facility. At some point, it was converted into a prison. I'm sure that Monsieur Lapingouin has the plans for it somewhere. But I doubt that he would be willing to share that information with you.
Oh, okay. So that's no big deal. That would probably just get us intel for the sector. And there's other ways we can get that.
Find my father before it's too late. And please be safe.
We will certainly try. Oh, and look at that. Okay, so it is 4 per sector, except for on Fleetown, where they actually split 5 recruits over 2 sectors. We were down 4 after that heavy assault squad hit the church sector, H8. But it only refilled half of our losses. So I'm not sure how they figure militia allotment on multi-sector locations. Still, though, that definitely makes militia management slightly easier. Once we get a second squad up and running, we can have them ferry any treasures we find back to this sector.
Good job hiring AIM, kid. It's been a while since I've had this much fun reading after-action reports.
Major! Where is my father? What have you done to him?
Relax, kid. The old fart is alive and well, just as pompous and boring as ever.
Please, let him go.
What? And waste all that money you spent on hiring these mercs? Not a chance. I'm looking forward to meeting them.
Okay, I think we're starting to get a good idea of what's really going on here. Emma's father, the president, was just about to renegotiate contracts with Adonis when, whoops, all of a sudden he gets kidnapped by a mysterious new power player who steps in, takes over the diamond trade, but doesn't seem to care about the diamond trade. In fact, based on what we're hearing, the diamonds are still going to Adonis. They're just going through other sources now, smuggler rings and Boss Blaubert's operation. Essentially being laundered through multiple sources that keep them conveniently out of the control of the Grand Qian government. And of course, Adonis has reapproached Emma now that she is at a disadvantage and
Michael
is less
here.
likely to try to renegotiate those contracts.
In the current complex economic situation, it is difficult to find room in the budget for cultural institutions, such as a museum of the Ajani.
The little missy wants a museum. She gets a museum, okay?
You can stick your economic situation same place I'm itching to stick my boot. Got it?
However, every effort must be made to preserve our culture in times such as these. I will make sure that you receive compensation for any archaeological treasures you manage to deliver to my dear friend, Emma.
Oh, well, thank you. That is very gracious of you. I appreciate that.
This Legion, they have absolutely no right to attack us.
So I guess now we also pull cash for relics? Though probably not retroactively.
Live wire here.
Oh, hey, and now we have intel on the good place.
Hello there.
That was easy.
Did you learn anything about my father?
I did not. But the governor did agree to fund your museum.
Really? But I thought he would never... Oh, thank you. Not only are you expert warriors, but skilled diplomats. I cannot praise you enough.
Yeah, that's us. Skilled diplomats. So that's a no on the compensation?
Find my father before it's too late.
Alright, fair enough. I'm sure it would have been pretty trivial anyway. Probably like a grand per or something. Nice, but certainly not the end of the world.
Follow me, or I'll just follow you. Nope, that's fine.
Since they kidnapped President Alphonse, a close friend of ours, you know, it has become my husband's burden and responsibility to ensure peace and prosperity in this part of the country. What the Legion is doing is certainly wrong, but I hope the sanctions my husband is considering are not too heavy, otherwise they might get angry. My husband is a great man who is working day and night for his country, yet he is surrounded by incompetent fools and simpletons.
All right.
Let's go.
As governor of the Ajani province, I condemn the illegal activities of the Legion, and I will strongly consider any and all punitive measures, up to and including imposing stiff sanctions.
Okay, well, I think we've learned about all we can from those guys. We've got a few minutes left. Let's clear the town real quick. See what kind of loot we scrounge up.
Live wire here.
We're going, right?
I suppose the big question with the Adonis situation is why, if Adonis hired the Major, they would then hire us to come in and crack down on the Major to rescue the kidnapped. Well, no, actually. Emma just explicitly told us that she and the governor were the ones who raised the money to hire us, so technically we're working for Grand Chien.
I do not know what it is, but we should probably take it just in case we need it.
You're the boss.
This rain is not natural. Mark my words. Those voodoo wackos at the Chalet de la Paix are performing satanic rituals in the dark of the night and messing with the weather.
Chalet de la Paix again.
I hope the Legion robs that weasel Frederick Le Furet and takes everything from him just as he cheats and robs us. I was almost sold as a slave to the good place because of him.
Local loan shark, I assume.
People say that the inscription on the statue of Generalissime Shen is an ancient Korean blessing. It grants our country peace and prosperity, as long as the Generalissime's dog bowl stays full.
What?
I hear you are actually paying miners. I mean, with...
You mean to kill the Major, right? I know from a very reliable source that he is hiding.
Okay, so a couple of new rumors, and we should definitely take a closer look at that statue.
Let's go.
We should probably check this out, right?
Let's go.
You know, the more I think about this whole Adonis situation, the more the pieces kind of seem to fit in place. Because, yeah, we were hired by Emma to rescue her father and to deal with the Legion. Adonis is handling the contract, but the mercenaries they hired were Merc, who, of course, failed miserably. I mean, I love the guys at Merc, but they're not the guys you hire if you want to get a job done.
Yes? Heading out.
But they would be people you'd want to hire if you want to go through the motions of looking like you're trying to get a job done.
Sir. We're on it.
With the expectation that they would then fail.
Not a problem.
In fact, I'll bet that when we do track down Biff, or one of the other mercs, they'll tell us that they were double-crossed somehow. That Santiago,
Let's go, yeah?
or some other Adonis-related middleman,
Wire here.
ended up causing their job to go sideways. I mean, of course, they'll blame it on someone else, their merc. They're not going to take responsibility for their own failures. But I'll bet they won't be completely wrong. I'll bet there will be some mitigating factor that made things even more difficult than they might have already been otherwise.
Let's go, yeah?
Oh, right, we have more named NPCs here. Including that local loan shark.
Hauling ass.
Oh.
Something to help us on our quest, perhaps?
Wait, is this where we use those bags of Chen francs?
Yeah, okay.
Alright, well, I
moving?
have to check this out.
We're moving.
Detonator parts, no big deal, but that wig, obviously, we have a use for, and we can always use more parts.
Isari has junk. If you have monies.
Okay, I mean, not a huge amount of parts, but still better than a bag of Chen francs.
Or good monies.
And we now have the wig, so in theory we can wrap up Hugh's thing. And what the heck, let's grab these two.
Goodbye.
Ah, yeah. So nothing really notable there, but we'll take it. I really should find some way to use these things. It's a tactical option I've really just kind of been ignoring thus far.
Hello there.
Greetings. Do you have monies?
I do. Which kind would you like?
Why? Wise question. I, Isadi, seek paper monies or grants, yeah. They are good for Isadi.
Okay, but no one else seems to take them, so what do you use it for?
No, monies are used to buy junk.
Which you also sell?
Foolish person, no. Yeah, wise person ask. You ask and I tell you. Frederic Lefebvre has monies. You take from him. No one cry for Frederic.
Right, sure, noted. You know what, but I've already got money. I've got a giant stack of it right here.
Lovely francs. Good. Now you back. Shop is open. Go on in. Pick your junk and give Asade one bag of monies. Then you take your junk.
So we're not even talking like specific amounts here. We're just measuring in bags? You sure you're okay?
Isade is the fisher. Isade fishes junk.
Then I reckon you'd catch a lot in my backyard. That ain't no invitation. I catch you fishing my junk, I'll blow your head clean off.
Thank you, Meltdown. Yes, that was a very helpful contribution. So can you teach us how to fish for junk?
Isade sell junk. You have junk for one day. Isade teach fishing. You have junk for life and never buy junk with monies. No, Isade never teach fishing.
That is certainly fair, but I still don't understand what you actually use this stuff for.
Isade has no need of other monies but grand chien paper monies. Isade has all the junk, but not enough monies. Monies have good use. Your monies are weak because they come in small number. But grand chien monies are strong. Isade get whole bag of money for junk.
Oh, okay, so you just have no idea what you're doing. You're going for quantity over quality. Gotcha. So what, do you just stack it up in a big pile, or...?
Grand chien monies make best wallpaper, huh? Good, strong paper. Even against water or mold, eh? Yeah. People make monies and give Isade more good junk. Make Isade rich man.
And there it is. Knew there had to be a punchline in there somewhere. So, any idea where we could find more money for you?
Sometimes people are very careless and leave a large pile of money in a place anyone could find it, like a wall safe or an ATM. Anything like that around here?
Frederick Le Forêt has monies here in city. The Major has monies in his camp.
Duly noted. I don't suppose you have anything else for sale?
Esade has junk, if you have monies. Go on in. Pick your junk and give Esade 1 bag of monies.
Okie dokie. Well, it's been weird. I gotta go.
Goodbye.
Cute. Yeah, I like that. You're okay, Esade.
Not a problem.
Look.
Alright, so based on what we're hearing, it sounds like no one's gonna care if we
Fine.
bust in and rob this poor loan shark,
Heading
but
out.
I'm not sure we want to do that. I mean, we should at least chat with the guy first.
Sure.
Sure. Boss us around.
Sorry about your windows.
You're the boss.
Kind of a pain.
So bossy.
Oh, there we go.
As you wish.
Locked.
Sorry. Don't be alarmed.
I'm pretty sure I disarmed it, but you should have someone else test it and see.
Oh, nice. A full-on medical kit. And some combat stims, which again are something I should really find more excuses to actually use. Otherwise, they're just cluttering up our inventory.
All right.
Sure. We're moving? We're moving.
Alright, Frederick, let's chat.
I guess we're going.
The Legion? How could they do that to me? I even named my shop La Legion, so that they would not rob it.
I get the feeling the Legion doesn't really like to pay for things.
If someone named their shop after me, I would never rob it. I swear.
It is terrible the lengths some people will go to rob innocent civilians of their hard-earned money. Smart people know how to hide it well. That is why I'm sure you have stashed away your most valuable assets where no one can find them, yes?
To be honest, they didn't find my secret stash, but that's no surprise. The Legion is not known for their appreciation of art. That was just an observation.
Uh-huh. Is that so?
Please don't rob me, please.
I've got to say, Fred, I came in
Let's
here
move.
looking for excuses to not rob you, and,
I wonder what secrets this is hiding.
well, Generalissime Chen, proud founder of Grand Chien, gifted to the people of Grand Chien from the people of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. May your bowls be ever full and your guard ever vigilant. Well, that was nice of him, I think. Not going to parse that out too much.
Heading out.
And, you know, we'll hold off on robbing this poor guy. I want to mull on that for at least a little bit longer before I commit.
Sure. Boss us around.
But by
Look.
most local chatter, it does sound like we could rob him without any
Sure,
real
we'll get
consequences.
that.
I mean, heck, the locals might even approve. I will give that some thought. That said, we are past time, so this feels like a good place to call it. We'll hit the pause button for now. I will take care of the usual off-screen bookkeeping. And we will pick up here next time, as we probably set our sights on the goods. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible. Including but not limited to Revenant, Alois, CrowkingLoR, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, Theory V23, EgonAlter, Emile, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Rowan Church, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a rhetorical question.